Kenya is getting ready for one of its most contested presidential elections in recent years. The country's deputy president, who fell out with the current leader Uhuru Kenyatta, is going up against a long-standing politician, Raila Odinga. Kenyans are going through a difficult time at the moment, cost of living crisis. They also want corruption to be tackled. The BBC senior Africa correspondent Anne Soy reports from Nairobi.
Flaunting financial might on Kenya's campaign trail. Here, politicians pull out all stops to gather and show off the largest crowds. Hardly any questions are asked about its cost and how come politicians pull huge crowds every day of the week for months, if not longer.
Bottom.
That politicians pay people to attend the rallies is a foregone conclusion. But they all promise to fight corruption should they get elected.
Nobody is indispensable in this war against corruption.
When you were in government, your office, the office of the Prime Minister, was investigated over some corruption scandals.
The name of the office of the Prime Minister was mentioned that it was under investigations. But there's no evidence that anybody in the office of the Prime Minister did any wrong.
He is running on a platform of fighting corruption and has promised to give $50 a month stipends to poor families. His main opponent, Deputy President William Ruto, is also promising to deal with corruption. He has promised bottom-up economics and uses the slogan "hustler" that seems to have struck a chord with the smallest of traders.
You know, politics in Kenya has been around people who have brands. Either your father was this or your father was that. I can tell you, my father was not even a headman in our village.
Questions have been asked about his meteoric rise in politics and personal wealth. But he says his story should inspire young people, hustlers. The current administration has invested massively in infrastructure, like this expressway, some of the largest projects since independence, and it's borrowed heavily to finance them.
We're literally caving under the high level of public debt in the country. But we know that what has also made the public debt levels rise is corruption. If we continue to have those corrupt people or people with questionable integrity, ethics, and characters in office, it means we'll always struggle with in terms of ring-fencing our resources, from pilferage.
This election has the same old faces in new political outfits. But whoever wins, voters do not expect much will change. And with such opulence on the campaign trail, it's hard to see how Kenya's next leader can control corruption or even attempt to end it. Anne Soy, BBC News, Nairobi.